Hello, everybody. My name is Eden Barabee, and I would like to share with you about a personal experience I had this summer. It was very memorable, and it was an experience that I had worked for, so it made a very big impact in my life. I recently got hired at Weight Watchers International, and as a new service provider or meetings leader, I was required to go on a training program. Lasted 2 days, and I went down to Dallas, Texas for this training. This training has happened all over the U.S. internationally. However, there are only a few sites offered during each training interval. So my choices were Chicago or Texas. I had never been to Texas, so I chose Texas. One of the most memorable parts of the whole experience was that I had worked for it. I had wanted to work for Weight Watchers International while I was an undergraduate. And although I am still working up to a higher point in my career with the company, I am just so thrilled to have gotten an in at the company. So I am at a lower position than I plan to be in the future. However, getting to where I'd always wanted to be by working so hard makes every reward that I get from the company even much more memorable because I had worked so hard for it. So going on this trip was just such an incredible experience. From the day I left my apartment to the day I got back, so much had happened, and it was just a wonderful experience that I will always remember. One thing that was wonderful about the trip was that I was getting paid for every second of travel. So even driving down to the airport in Boston, I was getting paid. They treated me very well on the trip. The food was incredible. They put me up at the Hyatt Regency. There were so many benefits to this trip, and it was the first time that I was able to say that my company is paying for this. So every meal that I had, I was able to write off as an expense. And it was wonderful being able to get to a professional point in my career, straight out of college, I believe. So, on the trip, there were also a lot of empowering moments and motivational moments that made the trip special and memorable as well. The biggest part of the experience that made it so memorable was the fact that everybody that I was working with there had gone through the same journey that I had gone through as well. I was very unhealthy when I started working just as a Weight Watchers subscriber. And it got to the point where I did not correlate unhealthy choices with an unhealthy lifestyle. I felt very alone. I was very unhealthy, so I did not feel good the majority of the time. I did not have energy. The things that I wanted to accomplish every day were all challenges and obstacles. There were so many opportunities that I wanted and that I saw my peers getting that I just felt that I would have if I took better care of my health. So I joined Weight Watchers as a subscriber, and I went through this journey. I believe every day is still a journey. Taking care of yourself is something that is not just a part of your life that you go through and that you don't need to focus on the rest of your life. Taking care of yourself is a lifelong commitment. However, once I reached the point of being healthy and being able to accomplish the things that I wanted to accomplish, such as being able to run around the block for exercise, it was an amazing experience to know that I had done that work and I had gotten there because I had made behavioral changes and because I had made changes in my life that led me to where I wanted to be. The whole room of other prospective Weight Watchers employees that I was working with that weekend had all gone through that journey. And when you are going through the journey of getting healthier and reaching your goals, you do feel very alone, but you do forget that there are other people who are working towards the same goals and who are dealing with the same struggles. So to not only be in a room with those who understood exactly where you were coming from was a very emotional experience. The other part of the experience that made it very personable and made such an impact on me was at the point where I was trying to reach these health goals and I was trying to get better. Yes, I was working on those, and yes, I knew I would get to the place where I wanted to be health-wise. However, at the time where you're not at that place and you still have those goals that you're working for, it's hard enough to think that you'll get there yourself. Never mind thinking about that one day you'll be the one who is motivating others and helping others reach the goals that you're going for. So the fact that everyone in the room, myself included, had all gone through those struggles and experiences of getting to the point in our lives where we feel good about ourselves, and add on the fact that now we're also being trained to help others get to that place, is such an empowering experience, one that I could never ever replace or describe in words how I really feel in my heart. And it was undescribable. Definitely one of the most personal and enjoyable and empowering experiences that I'd gone through. Add on that I had done all this work myself. I had worked my butt off so I could get a job with the company, and I had reached my goals so I could prove to them that I can help them get through to their members what their whole basis and message of the program is about. It was just an overload of emotions. We practiced a lot about running our own meetings, and we did a lot of mock meetings, basically practicing our skills with each other and prepping to take on this job and role as a meetings leader. So to leave that weekend with not only a new family, a whole new network of support, and the feeling of accomplishment that I had finally reached what I had been searching for my entire life was just so emotional and so empowering, and one of the most incredible experiences. I had never felt such a rush of emotions that I had when I was leaving that hotel in Texas. Now looking back, it just adds to my whole book of experiences and why I'm so excited to be in the field that I am, and to know that I was able to accomplish those obstacles and reach those goals. And now I'm constantly growing and moving farther in the direction that I'm molding my life around is just, I know that at the end of the day, there will never be anything like my journey with myself and my journey going into this company. I'm really excited that I got a chance to share with you all what this experience was like. And I want to thank you for taking the time and trying to share the enjoyment that I had and the experience that I had this past summer in Dallas, Texas.